Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I hope you had a very good weekend. And I think there's no difference between Sunday, Monday anymore. So it doesn't matter what days we are in right now. So I just hope you all have a happy Tuesday going on. And we have a very interesting week coming up. Firstly, thank you for all the amazing responses for the last week's live. Truly, it was the best. However, we're looking forward to so many more sessions coming up. We have, of course, Dr. Sandeep Kochar, and he is known as India's top 10 astrologer, and you'd be very happy to know that he's also received the Nostradamus of India award by the Thailand ministry. He has also received Master of Wizard by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, and many awards he has received. We have a lot of celebrities who go to him, like cricketers, film stars, politicians. A lot of people actually follow him, and then a lot of people are seeking his advice. So really looking forward to this. Those who know me know I'm really intrigued by astrology. I do a bit of numerology myself, and of course, if you've come to me with your numbers, I've always given you something or the other, and it's very good that this time we're going to be with Sandeep Kochar. And also another thing, he's the only one registered in the Limca Book of Records for having the longest running astrology astrology show on TV. So we are super excited to have him join us today. Very blessed to have such a positive personality. If you have ever met Sandeep, you would know that he's full of positivity. He always says not to worry about anything, regardless what comes up in the reading. I had a personal reading with him a couple of years ago, and it was amazing. It's like you're meeting your old friend. And after this session, if you're interested, get in touch. We're more than happy to connect you guys together. And I must mention this: my lovely mom introduced me to Dr. Sandeep Kochar. She's the one who follows him, and she's the one who said, Rani, you like all this astrology and everything. Why don't you follow Sandeep Kochar? I've watched his TV show, and he's really good, so positive. You will like him. Another secret, she's the one who introduced me to Ishanji also. So yes, without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Sandeep Kochar. Just a moment, guys. And thank you all for tuning in.
Hello,
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
I'm very good. How about you?
Always good. Thank you so much. And thank you
You're
for
welcome.
coming on our live session.
You're welcome. It's always pleasure to do shows with you, and I think it's been a while we know each other. And yeah, you are such a positive and optimistic person. You bring everyone with a lot of energy, and you welcome them, with a lot of warmth. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. So, Sandeep, sir, of course, we've got so many people messaging me also. I had so many private messages asking me, can you ask my birth date and my time, and can you ask about my career? Can you ask about my relationship? So all of our viewers watching,
Yeah.
we might do something, but towards the end of the session, at this moment, we would love to know so many things about Sandeep ji himself. So, sir, why don't we start with how did you begin your journey in astrology? I mean, as an enthusiast in astrology, I myself read up on Linda Goodman. I read up so many different things, but you don't follow that. You don't follow sun sign. What I understand is you follow Vedic astrology.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, because I write my name as SUNDWP. So sun is always there in my name. So I was looking for something which is I'm missing, and that is moon. So of course, on a serious note, Indian astrology is based on moon sign, and unlikely sun sign, which is of a Western astrology concept. And I think my journey began since beginning, because I have this philosophical bent of mind since beginning. I always have this kind of thinking about stars and looking at the sky above and wondering about many other aspects, even human life also. Why
Right.
somebody is doing well in life, somebody is struggling, so these kind of questions they used to come bang on in my head, and I started looking for answers at that time. But I had, to be honest, I had no clue that I may land up in becoming an astrologer, because you try to know something about your life, it is all right. Everyone has some queries and some inquisitiveness, but
Yeah.
not everyone becomes astrologer. So I think when I grew up, and when I did my every kind of study in astrology,
G.
now when I look back and see my horoscope, then I believe that this astrology horoscope of mine belonged to an astrologer. That means it was part and parcel of my journey, and that is what we call destiny. So I started learning astrology just to know about my life. I had no clue about becoming a professional astrologer, but yes, I really wanted to know about my journey, about my weakness, strength, potential, where I'm going. So I think this kind of first thought in your mind to know about something which is hidden, like there is no computer, no supercomputer, no machine which can tell you what is going to happen tomorrow. And this science, especially Indian science, which is a divine science, because it is a part of Vedas, it help you to understand who you are. And I think that is the best thing about it.
Oh, that's beautiful to know. And how long have you been in this journey?
It's been running 20 years. 2020, I was waiting for it, because 2020 I thought would be a brilliant year, even emotional, sensitive year for me, because this is a year where I have completed my 20 years of journey with astrology. But unfortunately, everyone is in a great situation. This is an unprecedented time, and almost humanity is in danger, and a lot of restless and uncertainty is there in people's mind because of the
Right.
pandemic. So that is there, but yeah, 20 years is a long journey. I think I have become a true philosopher. I've become now a motivator, a life coach, and thanks to astrology, thanks to the knowledge of planets and understanding the placement, which help me to understand who you are. In 10 seconds I can tell about a person, the psychology of a person, which is the most complicated thing to know. Even if you are with someone for 20 years, you might be knowing him only 20%, but astrologer who's a stranger can help you with the help of your date of birth, time and place, when you make your horoscope, and when you look at your palm and your face, and there are a lot of things which are interrelated. And that's how I do. I try to make it a complete picture of an individual by looking at the eyebrows, eyes, nose, ears, and even the lines on the palm, and then obviously the planet when you are born in. So everything will have an answer, and some kind of suggestion towards a person, and that is a complete way to help a person to know the path and journey, and then the person can take right decision at the right time, and that is what we call luck.
So, if I may ask you, there are two schools of thought. One is
Mm-hmm.
you create your own destiny, and the other one is um, everything is written in the stars, जैसे हमारा horoscope होता है. So,
Yeah.
which one is the correct way to look at it?
See, I think there is a middle path. I would not say this is right or that is wrong. I believe in one thing. See, one thing you cannot choose is your parents. No one can choose their parents, right? So
Right.
that is what astrology begins with. It says prarabdha is a Sanskrit word which means the deeds
Prarabdha.
done in the past birth. Yeah,
Yeah.
so deeds done in the past birth, and because of that, your journey begins. You don't choose your parents, but you are connected to them somewhere, and then your journey begins from there. So that is what is destiny is. But I believe in destiny is 70% fixed, because it is a lot of things are confined to the environment, to the family, to the city or country you are born in, to your mindset, your behavior, and your education, or whatever is coming to you is because of the environment, which you cannot choose. It is a part of your previous journey, which is a destiny. And 70%, then 30% is the individual, how well he can utilize the resources, how well he can use his opportunities coming his way, how well he can overcome his emotional imbalances, because running, no one is perfect. Everyone is different. Everyone individual is different, and someone can be very aggressive, someone can be very introvert or emotional. So there are different kinds of people. But when the person can overcome his or her weak points and become spiritual and do some meditation, so that the person can overcome the negativities in his or her horoscope, then that gives a lot of insights, that gives a lot of positivity, and the person has the ability to utilize resources at that given moment. If it is a good time, the person will give 100% and will give 100 out of 100. Even if it is a bad time and the person is still giving 100%, the free will, then even if it is a 50% bad phase, like he will give 100% of his free will. He's always he will be in a better state. So that is the way it is. So I believe in destiny also says DESTINY. There is a tiny word attached with destiny which says, yes, I can be changed, provided you are in the right frame of mind and you have that positivity and optimism within you, with the help of, obviously, with the help of spirituality. And that is what will help you to understand your journey and take right decision at the right time.
If I may say to all our viewers, the way I look at it is that when you tell us things about excuse me, when you tell us things about ourselves, it's like a map is given. So if there's a map given, and there's a water body over here, or there's something else over there, you tread your pathway very carefully, knowing that you have to go slowly in that slippery area. But if you're not aware of it, if there's no awareness how you should conduct yourself, there's a big possibility that you will slip, because that slip is written. But if you're aware of it, even if that slip is there, you won't slip as hard as you would otherwise. So the awareness of knowing is also important. We have many friends, because even little bit, of course, I am nothing compared to any astrologer. I do it for fun only. And they say, we don't want to know. I say, no, I'm not even predicting future. I don't even want to get into it. But basic, like the planets and everything. But I would love for you to explain. Can you explain to our viewers, how does their chart affect them emotionally, especially with these times going on? I mean, it's like, I think, a collective consciousness and energy where we all are going through this whole big thing together.
See, Rani, I must appreciate the answer you gave was a right answer, and I replied your query with more holistic way of my thinking. Like I said, I'm a philosopher. You gave a more practical reason to it, and even I believe in that. Like if it is raining and it is going to rain with the help of astrology, then you might carry your umbrella or wear a raincoats, and it is raining, but you will not be drenched at least. And people who are not aware, they might be in situation because they just caught up with the rain on midway. So that is what purpose of astrology is. Now coming back to your question, how astrology impact, and especially when in these unprecedented time when things are totally unpredictable, and it is people are into distress because of the situation, and it is completely once in a lifetime kind of situation already, and we have never experienced this kind of environment in our life. So people who are spiritual, and spiritual doesn't mean the moment you talk about spirituality, people start claiming, oh, I go to this temple on this particular day, or go to that temple on that day. I do fasting on this day. I do recite this. See, that is, you are following religion.
Yes.
According to me, following a religion without a faith is just a ritual.
Correct.
So that is a reason spirituality goes above religion.
Yeah.
Yes. So people who become spiritual, they don't need any religion, because religion only teach them, help them to grow, to become spiritual. So they are the one who become graduate and they go forward in their life. Otherwise, everyone else is in kindergarten and doing something for the fear of it or for the want of it. And God knows everything. When the person start getting ready to go to a temple, God keep a smile from there. Oh, now he's coming, and he will demand again something different. So what I'm saying is, the connect, the form of God, you believe that God is everywhere, God is within. That is how it is. Even Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Sahab, he sang one line. He was a Sufi singer. Amazing. And he said, सांसों की माला में लिख दूं पी का नाम.
Yeah.
सांसों की माला में लिख दूं पी का नाम. So wherever you are, if you feel the presence of God, and you don't need to count the name of God, you can just chant it. Within you, the way you are breathing, that is the mala of your sanson ki mala. So it is something which is divine. So people who feel they are connected, they are blessed, and people who are blessed, they are happy, and that is what they call, when you become spiritual, you get that state which is the state of bliss. That means no matter what, corona, no corona, recession, no recession, whatever situation you are in, you will be in a happy state because you have lot of acceptance, you have lot of tolerance, you are looking at a bigger picture, you are trying to leave things to God, and you are just going with the flow, with the faith within, and that is what will help a person keep moving. A normal person without having any faith will crib and complain and having anxiety attacks in small little issues in life, and other person who is spiritual will always be in a happy state, will say, okay, this too shall pass, and that optimism will help him to go further.
What a beautiful, beautiful answer. Thank you so much. I think all our viewers are, I mean, I can see so many people online. You know, I'm saying hi to all of them. Guys, if you have any questions, besides your birth date, if you have any other questions, because the birth date we will take, but towards the end. Sandeep ji is so interesting. I think, yeah, Sony, thank you. He is amazing. Yes, such a positive. I always say, when we met the first time, Sandeep ji, I was just amazed. And I remember you said it's not a coincidence we have met. And, you know, so many things you said. Do you remember what you told me? Let's see if you remember that.
Yes, I told you one thing, and that's what I like about you. You are a very positive person, and you have a strong belief towards that spirituality, which I must have told you. I don't remember exactly what I said, and even looking at your forehead, you know, you are very, very intelligent, and you keep on analyzing things. That is one of the flip side also, because when you try to make things perfect, then it might play with your mind, you know. So like, I'm a very carefree person, I just go with the flow, you know, whatever comes. So when you are optimistic, when you have a strong positive side to you, then you didn't blind too much, but you have that side. But yeah, being into your profession, obviously you have to be careful that nothing should go wrong, but don't overdo it. This is one suggestion I would suggest you. But yeah, people will always love you. This is one of my compliment to you, and I mean it what I'm saying, because your moon and Jupiter, they are together, and moon is emotion, Jupiter is wisdom. So you are always, you have that by side. That's the reason, no matter whatever you do, how materialistic you become, you will always have a kind side, you will always have a spiritual side, you will always have a compassionate side in your journey, and you will keep on connecting with people all the time, and you will keep on helping them in many ways. So according to me, when you were born, if somebody would have asked me what Rani will do in this life, I would have said two things. One is, she will do anything, whatever she will do, it will be beautiful, it will be creative, it will be all amazing, beautiful luxuries around. And the second thing is, people will always look up to her for guidance, even from your school days, kindergarten to your college, even before marriage and after marriage, whatever, you know, wherever you are, people will always look up to you. You know, kahan phas gaya yaar, kisko phone kare, let me call Rani must be having some answer, and they will love you, they will rely, they will trust you, and whatever suggestion you give, it is very intuitive. This is another, you know, I have your horoscope in front of me, actually I'm telling you that, and looking at your face also at the same time. You know, it is, you always have intuition. Sometimes you get dreams about something, and then you say, oh my god, I was thinking about it, is it deja vu, or it is what? But according to me, you have it in you. So that is the best thing about you, and it is a great journey for you. God has been kind to you. You are a blessed soul.
Oh, thank you. So, oh my god, thank you. Even I forgot all of this. Thank you so much.
No, I have a habit to save a horoscope. You know, in the 20 years of my journey, I keep on changing my laptops whenever I need to change it. But I always copy the data with me. So your data is always with me. 21st December 2112 is a is a mirror image of your date of birth. So I'm not revealing year of birth here in public, but I think I just to make you you know, believe me that I'm looking at your horoscope only.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's amazing. I didn't expect that. Oh my god. We have
welcome.
A very good question. Thank you, Pops. My father, my mom. In fact, my mom is the one who introduced me to you. She used to watch your program, I think on ZTV or something. It used
to it went on for 9 years. I think you must be in school, I guess, that time, or college, I don't know, but you must be small, because it started in 2005 and it went on for 9 years, and then I moved to Mumbai from Delhi.
Wow.
So convey my regards to her.
Yes, they're watching right now. We have a very good question which says, what is the best manifestation technique?
See, yeah, people have some doubts on this thing. I believe in law of attraction.
Yeah.
But law of attraction and manifestation is almost similar, and it says that visualize what you want. That's the reason I always quote Thailand and anywhere, wherever people follow Buddhism, I say they are the happiest people, because the bottom line is, or the philosophy or of that religion is visualization, the power of visualization. They say visualize whatever you want. So it is a happy side or positive side of your approach towards your life. So that is the best thing about it. But at the same time, if people who have read The Secrets, or they have seen The Secrets videos, and so they sometime have another aspect to it. They feel, the whatever I visualize, it will happen. Law of attraction means that person will give divorce to his wife or husband, and then I will marry him or her. No. So that is not happening.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it has to be a practical way of doing it. It has to be, the practicality has to be on. That is the first box you need to tick. Then you're conscious about it. If you say, let me visualize, or it works, let me give it a try, let me check, then it will never work. So that is the second box. Third box, it says it has to come within. Shah Rukh Khan said once, किसी भी चीज को शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उसे मिलाने में लग जाती है रानी. So what I'm saying is कि शिद्दत बहुत जरूरी है. That means your will, your initiative, and your belief in that will help you to get things done. And I have a complete belief in it. Though I'm an astrologer, but I believe that what you perceive, you create. So you become what you think. I have a complete belief in that, provided you are falling in the right manner. The boxes which I have just mentioned, you need to tick that. And if you fulfill all those conditions, then you will be able to manifest what you desire.
It's so funny, but this Shah Rukh Khan ka dialogue, this is the third time it's come up in my life.
Okay.
It's amazing, but it's the third time it's come up in my life, and there's a continuation to this, that हमारी फिल्मों की तरह हमारे लाइफ में भी हैप्पी एंडिंग होता है, और अगर हैप्पी एंडिंग नहीं है तो पिक्चर अभी बाकी है.
बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. I believe in that.
And thank you to all my friends. I love you too. I will not individually say it, but I've seen some of your comments, and guys, I'm telling you, get in touch with Sandeep, or get in touch with me. I'll pass you Sandeep Ji's number. He is amazing. I think he's one of those, even if you have a lot of tension, just talking to him, you'll feel so good. So there'll be no tension after that. And there is my husband, Harry.
Oh, he's here?
He's online. He's saying hi.
Oh, hi. Yes. Hope he's doing great. And, I have realized one thing during this, especially in India, this is almost 4 months now. It's more than 4 months. People are confined because of the lockdown, depending on various cities and places where they are. Now this is the first time after, even after marriage for so many years, husband and wife have come to know each other in a better way. Because it's, early morning, husband or wife used to leave for offices, individual offices, and coming back in the evening, and then, hi honey and bye honey. Now it is 24/7 is a togetherness. So sometimes there is a rift, sometimes there's a better way to know each other by supporting each other. And I think there's a lot of goodness is happening in relationship. The bonding has come. Normally people used to go for holidays. Now, they are enjoying holidays at home. And I think it's a great way to connect with your life partner. At least if you have no scope of second marriage in your horoscope, that means you have no option in life. So when you have no option, then as I say, if you cannot beat them, join them. So it's better to create that kind of harmony and bonding and live a better life.
Wow, we have some amazing comments for you, sir.
Okay.
Deepa Nenani is saying, I have had a reading. He is amazing. Thank you, Deepa.
Thank you, Deepa.
Anju, who's another very good friend of mine, she's in Malaysia right now. She said, he saved my life back in 2007. He may not remember, but it was through his brother Prabhat from DXB Dubai, forever indebted to him. So Anju, yes, no wonder you said definitely will be there. I had no idea you had a reading.
Yeah, thank you, Anju. God bless you. I don't claim anything. I believe, if time is right, then if I'm at the right time, meeting at the right place, at the right situation, and help a person know about the journey, I think that is where astrology is used as.
Wow. Beautiful. So, Sandeep ji, can you tell us which planets reflect which qualities? Because you do Vedic astrology. So
Yeah.
from numerology, what I understand is like number 1 represents the sun, number 2 represents the moon. Is it similar like that in Vedic astrology?
No, Vedic astrology is quite different. Like number 1 is Aries, and the planet which rules Aries is Mars, which is fire, which is aggression, which is leadership qualities, which is energy. So every 9 planet have a 9 way of giving some kind of a quality to a person, depending on which sign the person is ruling. But at the same, I can define that in one line each for all 9. But for me, it is a complete understanding of the horoscope. If you say, oh, he's Aries, he must be like that. But there are other planets which are placed in horoscope, which might be aspecting that planet, which might be associated with that planet, or the person has a good Jupiter. So apparently it looks like a very aggressive person, but a person with a strong Jupiter will be able to overcome his anger, and the person will understand, oh, this is not the right way, and this is the wisdom where it will prevail. So there are a lot of here and there, where you can describe a person by knowing things in totality. But yeah, you have asked me, I'll tell you what planet rules what. So I will start with sun, which is always the most. Okay, you want to note it down?
Ji.
So is a private class going on? Okay. So sun. So planet sun is soul. Soul, and it is all about values. It is about principles in life. It is also the person can get fame if the person has a good sun in life, and they are the one who strong sun. People are always idealistic in nature. They follow principles, and sometimes they become egoistic. If sun becomes very, very strong, or as for Gemini Rishi, if it becomes Atma Karak, then the person can become egoistic. Also, that could be a flip side to it. But they are the one who are always have priority in their life is dignity, self-respect. That's the way they are. Okay. And so second planet is moon.
Yeah.
Moon is a planet of emotions. So anyone who has a good moon will always be happy, no matter what. Anyone who has a weak moon will always complaining, sulking, and feeling depressed on anything around. So the person need to meditate, because that's the only way to strengthen one's moon. So moon is mind, moon is emotion, moon is mother. That's the reason, Rani, I suggest every woman who is planning for a baby, want to conceive, I tell her, first you need to learn to be happy no matter what. No matter if your Sa's mother-in-law is Lalita Pava, no matter your husband is like Nana Parikar, but if you learn to be happy, then you can plan a baby, because your state of mind during those 9 months will reflect in your child's horoscope, which is moon. And moon means the happiness of that child throughout his life will be depending on those 9 months of the mother's state of mind. So that is something which is very, very important. Okay. Mercury, third is Mercury. Basically, I will third is Mars, because I want to go in the canonical order because of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So yeah. Tuesday, Mars is about energy, about leadership qualities. I already said that, and they are the one who become sports people. They can go into armed forces, military, police, wherever, and even if they're in normal office, they are the one who will always have that kind of body language, and the tone which they have. Yeah, authority is the right word. So they are authoritative no matter what. Sometimes you see a security person standing in the building, not having that authority hierarchy wise, but his body language will be like that, I am the boss whom you want to meet. So that is how they are. So that is what Mars is all about, and that's the reason all the security people or people who have that energy, they go into this kind of services where they need to control or guard something, that's like that. Okay. Fourth planet is Mercury. Mercury is a planet of intelligence, communication, thinking. People who are into law, teaching, finance, marketing, sales, media, communication, writing, IT, pharma. They are the one who are all ruled by Mercury, and they are the one who end up in earning loads of money, because Mercury is all about planning and strategizing things. Mercury is also about finance and networking.
Mercury.
No, I am telling you the flip side also. So Mercury is also like for Mars, flip side is aggression.
Yeah.
For Moon, flip side is emotion, negative emotion. Sun, flip side is ego. So Mercury has a flip side also. The person may keep on thinking all the time, and even while sleeping, the mind is active, and then they become miserable. Then they are never at peace, and that's the reason the mind is always active, planning, replanning, reevaluating, and then they are always like this. They are never they are never what you call carefree. Okay. Yeah, they are always careful. They are thinking about something all the time. So like you said, there's no moment for them, there's no present for them. So that is what which is not right with them, and they make it difficult. That thinking too much becomes a problem. After Mercury, it is Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah.
My favorite, because Jupiter also rules one's spiritual side. So the person becomes spiritual, the person becomes wise. So either you become wise at the age of 60, sometimes even not at the age even, or sometimes the person can become wise even at the age of 20, provided the person becomes spiritual. And the highest form of spirituality is meditation. That's the reason meditation plays a very important role. So people who have a good Jupiter in the horoscope, they're always wise, their wisdom always prevail, and they become healers like you. They become trainers, they become management gurus, they become consultant, they can handle anything like that, and they are always optimistic in their life, because wisdom will always tell them to look at a bigger picture and don't react on small little things here and there. So that is the best thing about Jupiter. And after Jupiter, it is planet Saturn, where people are always afraid of. Saturn is like a brand ambassador of astrology. It is the most popular planet. Yeah, of course. The moment you say आपकी साढ़े साथी चल रही है भाई साहब, तो भाई साहब की बैंड बच जाएगी. That is what is it is the fear factor is with Saturn. But according to me, people who have a good Saturn, they have loads of money in their life. They abundance. Saturn gives an abundance if it is a good Saturn in your horoscope. The other side is Saturn is a judge, and it will give you results as per your deeds. That's the reason karam. Your karam, like you said about destiny. So destiny is a part of your luck. But what about your deeds? What about your hard work? What about your karma? So your karma and your dharma. That's the reason in astrology it says the number one Rajyoga is Dharma Karma Dipati Rajyoga. Anyone who has a ninth lord, the house of luck and spirituality, is placed with 10th lord, the house of your deeds or your profession. They are together. The person do something big for humanity and mankind. So they are the one who try to give to humanity, or the compassion is there with them. So that is the best thing about that. So Saturn.
So more
Sorry?
like the philanthropists would have a
Yes,
strong
absolutely. Absolutely. So people who have their own NGOs or trusts or foundations, or the philanthropy is the right word, they are the one who has a 9th and 10th lord together in your horoscope. And why it is called as number one Raj Yoga? Because it is selfless. It is for others. And giving is the biggest virtue anyone can have. Charity, actually. So Saturn, if you are in the right track, if you're helping people, if you're not hurting or harming anyone, then Saturn is very happy in your horoscope, and it will give you an abundance. So all the industrials, they have a very, very strong Saturn in their horoscope.
Okay.
Then after that, there are two planets which are not planets. There are two planets which you won't find in Western astrology. One is dragon head and dragon tail in English. Otherwise, they are Rahu and Ketu, and they are the nodes of moon when it revolves around Earth, and the axis where it cuts. One node is Rahu, other is Ketu, is the head of the devil, and the body part is Ketu. So Ketu is a planet which creates some kind of detachment and aloofness to a person, and during the dasha of Ketu, the person might become frustrated, because Ketu has nothing to do with materialistic life, and during that process, that the person can meditate, can become spiritual, then there is no frustration, and the person can go to the next level, become very, very intuitive. For Rahu, that is a planet which rules this Kali Yuga, and that's the reason most of the people, they try to manipulate things. They want to look for shortcut, they strategize things and try to gain out of any opportunity coming their way, or they create opportunity. Even they can manipulate up to any extent to get more gains in this life. And that is the reason in this era, the most powerful people on the planet are not the one with money. The people who are into politics, they are more powerful than the people who have money, because Rahu is abundance, is beyond numbers, actually. So people who have a strong Rahu, they are politicians, and politicians are like that. It's always diplomacy, is always tact, but the right word is always manipulation. So that is what Rahu rules a person. So people with a strong Rahu, they are the one who keep on getting unexpected gains in this life. They are the one who knows what to say, what not to say, and how to say. So they become more successful. And people who are direct in approach, they end up in becoming a loner, because people, they don't value or understand the straightforwardness or the righteous way of saying it. So I think diplomacy is needed.
So I need to strengthen my Rahu then.
Yeah, of course, yes. They say, I used to say on my show कि सच बोलना बहुत जरूरी है मेरे भाई, but अब चुप रहना ज़्यादा जरूरी हो गया. So you need to know what not to say.
Yes, definitely. All my viewers watching, if you're not aware, Sandeep ji has this amazing Zoom sessions going on since the lockdown has happened, and I personally have attended a couple of the sessions myself. It's to understand the planetary system more, and that there also you pick up some birth dates, and you dissect the horoscope, I would say, that time also. And
Yeah.
one thing I remember, I can't remember which one was it, because 4 or 5 I think I've attended.
Yeah.
You spoke about the Kal Sarp dosh. It's very interesting that you said that it doesn't exist, and my guru also says that this is just something people scare you with, and it's amazing that you
Yeah.
also said the same thing. Being an astrologer, that's like your trump card, but you are saying that it's a new thing which has come up. So please enlighten everybody with that.
See, the astrology is meant to enlighten people, humanity.
Right.
This is the most beautiful science on the planet, and even the modern science, so-called modern science, cannot match with astrology, which is more than 7,000-8,000 years old. Is a part of Vedas, the oldest scriptures on the planet. And the sages at that age, without having any satellite or telescope, whatever distance and placement of planet they have calculated, it is still valid because it is from the divine eye. There's a reason it is called the eyes of Vedas. See, unfortunately, I'm calling it. Fortunately, I'm calling it a divine science. Unfortunately, in this Kali Yuga, people are using as astrology as a means to earn money. It is a shortcut. It is like easy way of doing business. It is, and you just need to put some fear in one's mind and exploit that person. So unfortunately, this Rani, this business of astrology has become a business of fear and lies. And I'm not saying everyone is like that, but most of them. I wrote it once on Facebook: astrology is always right, but astrologers are left and right. So because of growing number of astrologers and because of making it as commercial, see, making it commercial is not a problem. You can make it a living out of it. I'm doing that with all my honesty and integrity. And in my 20 years of my journey, I have never said anything negative, in the sense wrong negative. Negative also you have to tell, so that the person becomes cautious, but not some lie so that the person is into fear and then I exploit them. Never, because it is a divine sign. Then there was a lot of repercussions, and that's the reason in every field you find Sachin Tendulkar or Shah Rukh Khan. You don't find a Shah Rukh Khan in the field of astrology, because people drift and they start getting more greed out of it, and that's the reason they fizzle out at some point of time.
Right. Wow. So yes. So can you explain that? Why do people scare them with Kal Sarp dosh? Does it exist? And if it does, even at that little pointer, you can say, what is the remedy? Like you've told a lot of remedies also in the Zoom call. I remember some of them you've said, I can't remember right now, but I remember you say at that point. But maybe
you try to remember, and then you will remember that I didn't suggest any remedy. One remedy I believe in. There are two remedies, basically three, for everyone. One is, if you become spiritual, you don't need any astrologer. Second thing is, if you meditate, you don't need any astrologer. Third is, if you are in a happy space, you don't need any astrologer. So what I'm saying is, if you just condition your mind and change your approach towards life, then you will be all sorted. See, Kal Sarp dosh, one side you said it doesn't exist, other side you are asking me for a remedy. That means you're asking me for a disease which is never there, and then you're asking me for a medicine to it. Yeah, I know that is a tricky thing, but I understood it. Anyways, I'm just joking. So I understand what people might be thinking. So I know you are representing them, and that's
it's more for the
absolute. No, I'm just I'm just pulling you. But what you are saying is right. See, there are astrologers who are very creative. So they, maybe some 30, 40, 50 years back, they've found out a way another way, a new way to bring some fear in mind. And they said, when all the planets are in the axis of Rahu and Ketu. So when all 7 planets are either on the left or the right side of Rahu and Ketu in everyone's horoscope, then it is a Kal Sarp dosh. It is not yoga, it is dosh.
Okay.
Then they say, you need to do a puja, go to Ujjain, Mahakal, or go to this Nasik, Trambakeshwar. So do a puja there. And when I visited once Nasik, because my Marathi movie where I played a lead role in that, the producer is from Nasik only. He's a builder there. So he invited me in the city to promote my movie along with other star cast. So we went to this Trambakeshwar temple. And then the priest said, I don't know why, you are into astrology. Why astrologers are sending everyone here? There is nothing like this. So what I'm saying is, even the people who are there, they were not aware, but now they are welcoming them, because for them it has become like a tourism. A lot of footfall is happening because the people are coming with a ki Kalsa puja karani, and there is nothing which is mentioned in the books, old scriptures. There is no mention of Kalsa dosh. It is just being created, and people are having terrified because of it, and they're shelling out money. I can quote you a lot of examples. People who have become legends, they have Kalsa dosh in their horoscope. So it is just that's a thought. So I think don't go into that. And whoever has done a puja in their lifetime, forget about it. You are done with it. And whoever can see a chart in their horoscope, please ignore it.
That is so sweet. So everyone watching would agree that if you have any consultation with Sandeep Ji, it will always be positive, because he's not going to scare you with all these things. He's a God-loving person. That's what he says all the time. He doesn't make you fear God. He makes you love God. And your destiny is what you're born with. So you have to deal with it. And he's just going to help you with the tools, how to deal with it, and how to enhance it with your own karma, right? Sandeep Ji, that's how it
Absolutely. Like, see, if you, how do you learn to ride a bicycle? You need to keep on paddling. You cannot sit on the bicycle and try to balance it. There is a way to. That's how life is. You need to keep moving. You need to keep walking. There's a reason I always say go with the flow. You need to keep walking. That is very, very important. I wrote a poetry out of it, with this thought that Zindagi to महज एक दरिया है. It's like a flowing river. तो जिंदगी तो महज एक दरिया है, बहते चलो, बस यही एक जरिया है.
Amazing. Oh, amazing. Can we have
Thank
2-3 of more of your such shairis? You used to send WhatsApp pe before #SK karke stop ho gaya. I used to look.
Come okay. I thought, people. I thought they have become used to it. So there were few people who were responding to it, and I thought, I put my lot of thought to make a poetry, and now I'm not getting a response. Like you clapped just now for my poetry. So poet needs only one thing, is appreciation. So when there's no appreciation, you don't feel like reciting anything. So okay, yeah, I've stopped doing that. I know what you are saying is, but. I love poetry because, as I've told you already, astrology makes a person philosopher, and if you need to write something, you need to have a different mindset completely. You look at the sky. I'll tell you one thing. Even when I from my balcony I can see there's a sea view, and I see rain coming from there and how it approaches us, and I see how clouds are forming. So I wrote one poetry on evaporation. Okay. I don't think anyone on the planet has wrote a poetry on evaporation process. So I wrote it like this कि लौट आया है बादल भूली हुई मोहब्बत के साथ. लौट आया है बादल भूली हुई मोहब्बत के साथ, लिपट रही हैं बूंदें अब सागर से बिछड़ने के बाद. So wow. The cloud took over, those droplets and they brought it back.
No, so, but I would request to. I know you write, because a writer will never stop writing. They only stop sharing, because somewhere there's a writer hidden in me also. I write a lot, but I don't share them. But I would request you to start resharing them again, because especially at this point, I think all your viewers and all my viewers, please make sure you follow Sandeep Ji. Would love to.
Thank you.
Get it from, would love to hear your poetry or read it at least. आपके आवाज सुरीली आवाज में नहीं आएगा, but still we would love to do that. And actually it's already 45 minutes and it doesn't even feel like, it's always like this.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't realize even. Yeah.
So public platform pe I'm requesting, please start sharing it, because I know you have not stopped it. आपके Zoom calls में भी हम देखते हैं, आपके Zoom calls में भी you break into a शायरी. Recently you had Anup Jalota ji also in your session. So we love all that. So continue with the people who are probably not aware, but I think now is the best time, because सबके पास time है अभी देखने के लिए. पहले आप share करते थे, they would read it but not respond. अभी time है respond करने के लिए.
Okay, then I'll do that. I thought I'm overdoing it, so I just stopped for a while. But yeah, if you are saying so, definitely I'll start it all over again.
Thank you. If we have time, maybe just take one person because 45 minutes कैसे हो गया पता भी नहीं चला.
Yes, I'm feeling the same.
Guys, put in your birth dates and Sandeep ji will choose one. Not a full horoscope detail, but something he would probably pick and say.
Yeah, if you can, I can see a lot of messages here, but everyone is saying, commenting on the session. They are saying, well said, right, this and that.
Yes,
but
because
if
everything is so amazing.
Yeah, but if you find some message with the date of birth, time and place, then we can take that. Choose one.
Okay, date of birth, time and place.
Yeah, that is what is important.
Guys, it will be full date of birth, not just your day. It has to. Oh my God, we got so many. Sandeep ji, you pick anyone you see.
Okay, let me see if I can get someone, because you have just announced, so they must be writing now. Yeah, one I can see is Priyanka Ahuja.
Okay.
I don't know is she from India or from Hong Kong, but she has written her date as 14th of July 1979. Priyanka, I would request you to please ask a specific question. 8:15 in the morning, and the place of birth is she has not mentioned her place of birth. So guys, you need to mention your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. I was very close to make a horoscope of Priyanka, but I think she missed out.
Okay, let's
and even
there's so many now.
Nikita has written only date of birth only, no time, no place. So there are a lot of people who are writing only date of birth. So date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, all three informations, they are needed to make your horoscope.
So we have a couple of them who have come from Hong Kong also. I can see.
Yeah, I can find. I can see one more. 15th August 1988 is Blush.
Okay. Yeah, 7:20.
Payal. Yeah. Okay.
Payal,
I would. I would suggest her to even write one line about what she's exactly looking at. 15th August 88.
Payal, what is it you want to ask specifically in
7:22 a.m.
horoscope?
And it is what is the place of birth?
A bit. 1 minute.
Which country is that? I need to Google it.
Abidjan. Yeah, Payal, where are you born, my dear?
I'm just Googling that. Abidjan country is in West Africa.
About her career. She wants to know about her career.
Yeah, it so it is.
Yeah. So while Sandeep sir is calculating, everyone else, you're welcome to get in touch. I'll pass on you the number whenever if you're my friend and you message me, I'll give you the number directly, no problem.
I'm not able to find this place of birth, which is surprising because I think this is the first ever.
Yeah, it's in West Africa.
Let me check one more time. No, that I found. But
the latitude, longitude.
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Oh wow! Okay. I think so.
Can she help us?
She's written Ivory Coast.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Yeah, now I got it. Ivory Coast. Okay, that is another name to it. All right, that was the reason I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Abidjan, got it. Lagoon is 15th August 88 is Monday 7:22 in the morning, and her name I forgot is Payal. So Payal, according to me, you are a very intelligent person and quite authoritative, and you will never like to take any kind of orders because this is the way you are. But at the same time, very kind and caring. and your analytical skills are very good. You get vibes about people most of the time, it is right. And you also are a person who will always be known for management, and people will always look up to you. So this is a very strong chart. Even in career wise, I think you will be able to do good. The only thing is you are in a state of confusion because it's a Rahu Mercury that is on till December. But one suggestion I will like to give you, please do not try to change any job in 2021, because that one particular year might frustrate you. So as they say, no decision is better than bad decision. So this 1 year you just let it go. 21 is almost like a recession, global recession. But after that, from January 2022 is going to be one of the most beautiful 3 years of your life. So if you are listening, tell me if you can relate to what I have said to you. So please follow my advice. If you have any interest in wearing a stone, you can go for a ruby and yellow sapphire. These two stones will always be good for you. You can wear them for the rest of your life. This is my suggestion. So I hope you can relate to at least your personality. Where are you, Payal? Great. Yeah. So anyone else? We have still, I think, 5 minutes.
Can you take this one?
Yeah, Payal Singh, yes.
Yeah.
Payal Singh, yes. So she can relate to whatever said.
Yeah, can you take this one? 8th July 1985, Lagos, Nigeria, midnight.
Midnight when?
7th going into 8th.
Are you sure or you're guessing?
No, I'm sure of this.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
The country is?
Africa.
Nigeria, and city?
Lagos.
Yeah, so 8th of July 1985 is Monday, midnight, 7th night, 8th morning, and it is Nigeria, Lagos. Yeah. So any particular question about a person?
Ishita, you want to ask any particular question? She's also, I know, looking for career.
Okay, I think now she will be completing her 35th year in a week's time, almost 10 days, and 36th year will begin. Astrologically, it says the person might get an opportunity which comes once in 12 years. 12 into 3 is 36. So she's heading for some major change that way. And she is also a learner. She will never stop learning, and she's good into training, good into teaching. She's a born lawyer. She doesn't need a degree to for the law. And that is good and bad, because sometimes she can go overboard and make anyone her student, no matter who the person is, including her husband. So that is something she need to refrain. But I think she is, and another negative side is very easy to provoke her, because she will never do what she feels is not right. So I think little bit of tolerance, little bit of acceptance is something she need to work on. Otherwise, she's a good human being. She's a beautiful person, beautiful soul. And sometimes she has a tendency to go in her own shell. So her favorite song, which she always loved to listen in loop is, I don't know the Mukhda, but I know the Antara. Kabhi lag jaye dil to kabhi dil kahin na lage. Something like that. Maybe I'll remember and tell you. So either she want everything or she want nothing. So that is extreme. So I think middle path is always the right path. Meditation, daily prayers will help her. Pearl and yellow sapphire will always be good for her. So where is she? So ask her if she can relate to what I have said.
Before she can relate, the ones who know her have been putting like the happy icon, like Harry and MD and all. They are laughing because this was actually
one
sister asking.
One good thing I can tell about her is, she is like an open book. She's a very clear-hearted person, and that is her problem. Like I was talking about manipulate, diplomacy. No, she has no clue how to use diplomacy or spread diplomacy in her life, and that is her good side, but that is her weakness. So I think she need to become little bit more tactful, and that is what is needed. Otherwise, she's a friend for life. No problem in that. But yeah, she knows how to complicate it. That is her problem.
Amazing, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
What an amazing session. I don't want to lose this because we only have like 2 minutes more, I think. And before leaving, I would love a message, not a parting message, but a message for our viewers from you. Something, as always, something positive. As always, you do.
I think is more than 100,000 horoscope I have seen in my journey so far. And I've understood one thing. Happiness is just a habit. if you keep on postponing your happiness in the desire of wanting something, for a bigger house or a better career or a bigger car or more zeros in your bank balance, it has no meaning. Trust me. I've seen lives of people who are multi-millionaire or even billionaire. I've got a lot of billionaires as my client, and I've seen, happiness has nothing to do with the size of the house they live in. So what I'm saying is, and the person who understand that, God bless you. So the person who understand, how to be in a happy state in the minimal situation, and this is what Corona this is teaching us, to live in this minimal situation. See, in the last 4 months, I don't think anyone has bought even a single shirt for him or her, because everyone was content in whatever. No one has bought a new car, no one has gone for a new house. So we lived it, and it is all good. So this is the first time in our life when we had no desire, and it was a happy state, though we have some anxiety because of the situation. But otherwise, I think nature has corrected us and made us better people with a lot of wisdom. So if you can continue with the same kind of thought, and giving emphasis on your happiness and well-being, state of mind, relationship, harmony, and bring that materialistic list, you need to actually change your list. The order you need to change. Most of the time people say, my career, my this, and then it will come to relationship, and last thing will be happiness. So just reverse that list in your life. I promise you, you will have no problem. You will be a better person, living a better life, and you will always smile. Because I believe in the most important, the most beautiful virtue in life is smile. And I will part it with my poetry कि एक ही जिंदगी है हंसकर गुजार लो, एक ही जिंदगी है हंसकर गुजार लो, और वैसे भी तो जिंदगी गुजर ही जाएगी.
Amazing. Last question, since 2 people have asked, I actually don't like to ask this question, but it's come twice. When will Corona end?
See, there are 2 sides to it. One is astrological side, one is practical side. Sometimes they matches, sometimes they may not. According to me, when it started, I had predicted that from 19th of September, things should become better, because the vaccine should come before 19th of September, according to me. But practically speaking, there are a lot of stages for vaccine to come out, and there's a lot of research going on. So yeah, the primarily vaccine may come before September, according to me. Things will become better. But one word of caution I must give you: this Corona has also become a way of life. Unless everything will be settled down, it is again and again the vaccine is tested for a safe uses for long term. We need to maintain our same distance and maintain our hygiene and this and that. Social distancing is needed. So just go with the flow. Optimism and acceptance will help you to sail through, and you will even forget if there is something going on here. People who are overexcited, try to do overboard and try to mingle, they are the one who are attracting towards it. So you need to refrain that.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. This has been one of the most amazing sessions again. And I really hope, people get in touch, because this will help them also. And of course, we'll be in touch as always, and who knows, it's been such an interesting session. I might get you back after some time. Let's see how.
Look forward. Is always, your smile is, I think, infectious. You come up with a lot of energies. I feel that, and why not? We should do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rani, for having me.
Everyone who's joined.
Thank you, everyone. Take care. Wish you all the best, and God bless us all.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.